Okay, I'm so sorry for that introduction. My video recording, right, my audio recorder has just been giving me problems all day. Just all day. But that's not here or there. Today we are going to be talking about Outlast, the first person, Outlast, the survival horror video game, and why this is an opposition of it. Because I cannot stress how much this game makes me mad. Like, it's a good game. I enjoyed playing it, and it has really nice mechanics of it's dark, you can't see, so you have to use the video camera. You have to basically cheat your way through really, really dark sections of the map. That's all the praise this is gonna get. Because Outlast, for those of you not in the know, is a first-person survival horror video game developed and published by Red Barrels. The game revolves around a freelance investigative journalist named Miles Upshur who decides to investigate a remote psychiatric hospital named Mount Massive Asylum, located deep in the mountains of Lake County, Colorado. I'm from Colorado, it's actually really pretty, but that's also not a praise, the statement. The downloadable content, right, whistleblower, centers on Waylon Park, the man who led Miles to their asylum in the first place. That's the best introduction I'm gonna get because I'm about to just go crazy and scream my head off and just in general give you the TLDR of why this video game makes me aggravated, right? Because in the first one, you get told, hey, some sketchy stuff is going down in an asylum located in Colorado. You should totes check it out. When you pull up to the asylum, in the middle of, oh my god, it's the darkest night I think I've ever had to get through, the gate is busted open, ain't nobody around, and the doors are super locked, but you can see that there are lights on, and it's very suspiciously quiet. Too quiet, even for a Colorado mountain town. So instead of being smart and waiting till morning, or getting back in the car you drove up in and getting cell phone service again and calling 911 indicating some sketchy stuff is going down at the asylum, you decide to look for a way to sneak in, and you do find it. You crawl in through a cracked window after scaling scaffolding to get in. And after the first 3 or 4 rooms, right, a normal person would be like, this is way, way, way above my pay grade. It's time to crawl back out the window I crawled into and call the cops because, investigative journalist or not, I feel like I might end up dead. That's the smart decision, but that's not what you do. No. What you do is you keep going. And then because a way is blocked, you have to go through the library. And some dude just reaches through the bookshelves, grabs you, and tells you point blank, this is whack, you gotta go. For the record, you don't listen. You keep going, and through all kinds of shenanigans, shenanagoogles, that's not a real word. Through all kinds of shenanagoogles and shenanigans and bullhonky, you somehow survive after being chased by what I can only describe as the buffest psychopaths I think you're ever gonna see in a game. And they are 1,000% crazy people. And then some guy actively tries to murder you, and he is just freeballing it the entire time this is going on. And the guy that really wants to mess your shit up is still constantly chasing you. You eventually find the deep, dark, evil secret of this. The company that is funding Mount Massive Asylum is running super not legal, not really given a lot of info on super experiments to make super soldiers, which is sketchy, right, at best. That's why everybody in this asylum might not actually be for real crazy. They might actually be aperture scienced into this. Like, you gotta do a test subject. And then, when it all seems crazy and almost doomed, the thing that has been terrorizing even the inmates, right, the black shadowy mass, comes for you. It actually destroys the guy that has been trying to murder you the entire time, who keeps calling you little piggy. And you see this happen because you watch the man get turned into a Jamba Juice in real time in front of you, and instead of that being your moment to, it's time to find a way out and go and just never come back, you still decide, I gotta know more. I gotta know more. Why? Why do you gotta know more? You don't gotta know more. Here's what you should already know. I should have backtracked from the moment I stepped foot on here and gone home, or called the cops, or anything else, because you are not only way above your pay grade, these are actually legit psychopaths who are actively telling you, I'm going to skin you alive and wear you as a suit jacket. Like, bro, why are you here? It is the epitome of, why are you doing that? In a horror movie, and like the old school horror movies when you're yelling at the screen like, you idiot, what are you doing? You're smarter than this. No, that's not the point of horror. The point of horror is everybody took a master class in how to be a dummy and graduated as valedictorian from stupid university. That's what this is about. What makes it even funnier though, right, when you play Whistleblower, which is technically not the second game, it's a DLC, the guy who snitched Wayland Park gets found out by the Aperture, the Diet Discount Aperture Science people, and they throw him into the asylum so he can't get out right after they unleash all of the inmates when they're going crazy. And he is actively trying to get out while you, playing as Miles, is also trying to actively get out. For the record, it makes me giggle is because you never cross paths with him and the asylum is actually not that big. So I'm like, why was it never a thing where you could actually find the guy who snitched and got caught, and then you have a whole conversation of, what is with you? Why would you snitch on the job and not do it like, hey, I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks notice, right? Put in my 2 weeks notice, day I'm leaving, like 20 minutes before I'm gonna go. All my stuff's already packed, and I'm gonna speed walk to my car, send this email, and call it good and go. Nope, gonna do it same day, still a full shift left, on the clock, with people hovering in front of me. Bruh, what are you doing? It makes absolutely no sense, and I understand why people really like this this video game. I know I enjoyed it because I was like, I have to try and avoid all of these very buff, very naked, very crazy men in here and try really, really hard not to get snatched. But you still do. Unless you're playing as Wayland Park, he does manage to get out, but that's neither here nor there. But I'll do Whistleblower another time because I have a lot of feelings on that one too. We're just going to try really hard to focus on the first one. The reason why it makes me aggravated is because you, through several different encounters with all of the variety of crazy that come at you in this game, you find all of the handy-dandy little things that a normal person would be like, I'm taking this with me, and the next person that pops around the corner, I'm gonna smack them right in the face with it multiple times, at least until they stop moving, and then keep going. Like, nope. There is a time for your peace treaty option, and there is a time for... It's time for the Mad Max option, man. Like, there is no gods or kings. There's not even man here. It's me and all these crazy people, and I can't evidently backtrack the way I came because you get thrown down from the second level to the first level and it's all blocked off, and I'm like, then how are all these crazy people getting around? Are you, like, parkouring through the vents? What is going on? Actually, yeah, I think that is something that they do talk about, but it's been a hot minute since I played this game, and I'm not going to replay it because I'm going to make myself re-aggravated about it. I am doing this entirely off memory, so my apologies if I get anything wrong. What's really messed up, though, is that this stupid camera that you've got that can see in the dark for you runs on AA batteries. God bless the Energizer Bunny. But the batteries don't last long. Even if you decide not to use the night vision, right? I cheated. I just put up the light on my screen like I'm not gonna use it. It's still really bad batteries. So while all of this is going on of being chased through a mental asylum, avoiding people trying actively to kill you, and everything else, you have to find stupid batteries to power this thing. I'm like, again, screw the investigative journalist in me. I want to live. Fine, I'm stuck here. I don't give a fuck about what's going on this camera. I want to get out. Granted, I wouldn't be in that situation. Like, pull up, see all that. Yeah, I'm gonna flip a bitch in the parking lot and go, because no, this is not the correct place to be. This is how you end up murdered. Also, like, if you find out there's a mental asylum in the middle of Lake County, Colorado, for those of you who are not in the know, right? Certain counties in Colorado sit primarily, dutifully, just astronomically in the middle of mountains, as in your nearest neighbor is quite a ways away from you. It's just open-ended everything. To give you some clarification on where Lake County is, if you find Aspen, right, Colorado, you're kinda in the ballpark, but you're in that area. You are quite literally in the middle of nowhere, in the mountains. And as somebody who has been to the mountains several times, even in cities, right, like Aspen, So Mesa, Littleton. Your cell phone reception is spotty at best, non-existent at worst. And there are some places in Colorado where you're not getting cell phone service unless you climb the tallest tree and have a mini satellite trying to connect to the satellites above you. And even then, you might still get the... Can you hear me? That noise. You will get static. Why do I know this? My friend was married in the mountains. I literally had to tell my family who was coming up for this, because I was a bridesmaid, where we're going, right, in Estes Park, there is no cell phone reception. Once I get past a certain point on the mountain, ain't nobody gonna be able to reach me. I will literally be in a 1980s horror movie. So, I'll have to send somebody down, because I didn't drive myself. The other bridesmaid picked me up. Hi, Michelle. The other bridesmaid picked me up. So, quite literally, I have no way of getting to them once they get here. And even then, they still tried to call me, because when I got back down the mountain, 44 missed calls and 3 text messages. I was like, huh? Guys, I literally said I was going to be off the grid. And I was. Knowing all of this because I am a native Coloradoan, right? If somebody told me, hey, super secret mental asylum on the tallest mountain past Aspen, spotty cell phone reception, I'd be like, nope. But you live in Colorado. Yep. And I'm not going up that far without like a military cell phone. And even then, I might need an actual like mini satellite to bring with me to get connection. It's one of the very few places on this green earth that is just like, you are not reaching nobody. Knowing all of this, right? Sorry for that tangent. Why would you make it a point to go here? It makes me mad. It's like, here, right? Here's all the cool stuff I enjoyed. Sketchy, not really government organization using the mentally impaired to maybe make super soldiers. Also, some of these people in the mental asylum might not actually be mentally impaired. They might just be actual people they just snatched off the street. Quite literally a la Aperture Science. But, right, the game starts to lose credibility when I do not understand why I am such a pacifist that all I can do is hide in lockers to avoid these guys who evidently do not have any type of peripheral vision. Like, it boggles my mind. Does nobody have peripheral vision in this universe? Because that's the only thing I can think of. For the record, I have bad eyesight and my periphery is very one of those, you have a better time of hiding from me just in front of me without my glasses on because I'm more likely to skip over you. But the game doesn't indicate that any of these people have eyesight issues. In fact, they indicate, oh no, they're bigger, faster, stronger, better. Rudy, cue the song from Daft Punk. Not really, but okay. Than you. But again, knowing all of this, right, I just saw a guy lift up another man completely clean over his head, power chuck him at least 25 feet into, not through, into a wall, and he killed him. Right there is the end of that conversation, like, oh no, it doesn't matter what I do, I'm not getting out of here. But the game never gives you the chance to be smart. Like, why am I not grabbing something for defense purposes only? Like, I understand I don't want to actively hurt these people, but also, I don't want to die. Why is that never an option in these games? So, in conclusion to this game, 10 out of 10. Really, really well done horror game. Actual story, am I that stupid? Did I go to stupid university and graduate top of my class? What is going on? That's it. That's all I've got to say. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.